All right. Want to make sure we are live and rolling. This is Marcus de Fingaz. I'm a music producer and composer focusing on sync licensing and trailer music. I have music on promos and trailers for TV shows, films, video games. I have music at Disneyland theme parks. Just found out that I did the opening music for the world tour of Little John and Pitbull. The last episode of this podcast, actually, I discussed the details of how that came about. This episode, we're going to talk all about the Kraftur plugin from Soundtheory. I did a review of Soundtheory Golfos 2 years ago, and this is their second plugin they released. I think this was last year. But they are not releasing a million plugins a year. They are really focusing on locking in on one plugin over the course of 1 or 2 years and really honing in that sound. And we'll find out more about what Kraftur can do for our music productions. Also, check out the links in the description. There'll be a link where you can check out Kraftur. I'll also link to STS, who is a sponsor of this podcast. They create some other great products for us to use as music creators, and a link to some resources that I use and that I provide, including my Logic Pro color template. You see the blue Seafoam Ocean Mist here, one of my color templates for Logic Pro here that you can check out. But I have some others that you can check out and how you can get those details in the description. So let's get into Kraftur. Kraftur is a loudness enhancement plugin that allows us to have like multi-band compression or saturation. It allows us to do a lot of great processing across multiple bands or single band, and we can blend that. Allows for tonal balance. It allows us to preserve dynamics. It has a built-in clipper, a wave shaper, has great visual feedback, all housed into this one plugin. So we're going to go from the left to the right here. I'm going to do a plugin overview of some of the settings, and then I will apply it to some songs that I have loaded up here in Logic Pro. So starting on the left, we have this triangle, which is basically our matrix that allows us to blend between the dry signal, the single band, which is great for if you want to have maybe on maybe a drum bus, maybe a kick, maybe some 808 synth bass type things. And then you have the multiband, which is great for when you want to do multiband processing. I'm going to use this sort of more like a mastering processor in these examples today. And then you can do the blend between them all there. You can have it in the middle that blends all three of them. So really great blending options there. Then you have the frequency bands at the top here. We have low, mid, and high. Then we have these, which will be sort of our separated frequencies between low, mid, and the mid-high. You can also do the single band. These colors are also representing the different colors. So for the low band, I can adjust the low shift, which will adjust that color there, the reddish orange there. Then we have the mid shift, which would be, I believe when that shows up, it'll be blue. And then we have the high band, which will be yellow. So these colors, you'll see these all across the plugin. It helps you to realize what these colors represent here in the graph. You'll see them in the metering also. And then if there was a single band, if we go to single band, that would just be the white line here across all of the plugin. Again, it's a very powerful plugin. It's just a lot to take in. So if we pause, above that we have the match. So this will match our level. It'll apply a little bit of compression so that what's coming in is also what's coming out. Another pause, but it'll match our loudness level. So our perceived loudness of the input matches the output from what the processing is doing in the plugin. They have a bypass button that in Logic it's also the same as hitting this button, but it'll bypass the plugin so you can hear the before and after there. Let's go over here to the left. We have drive. So what drive does, it helps us to increase the loudness or decrease the loudness. We can go all the way up to 24 down to 12. So we have 36 dB of range there. Then we have the offset knob. The offset and knee help us control the shape of the clipper. So the offset works more on the wider spectrum of the entire material, where the knee helps to soften the top part. And you can see the graph here changing. Let me bring down offset again. If I adjust the knee here, it's adjusting the curve of these here. So you can see that the top part of the peaks of the sound. The offset there, you can see that it's sort of how adjusting to almost like the attack, or sort of, without making it too confusing there. And then the knee will help you control the transient saturation. Then we have the low shift, the mid shift, and higher shift. This is basically like the threshold of the plugin, the dB level where the processing will begin, sort of. So once I begin the program stuff, you'll see it there. You can also link these. So once you have something set, if you want to adjust all three of them together but keep the same relationship between them, you can link them there. There's a lot here. All right, so let's get to the metering. I'm gonna play some sound. I'm just gonna keep it. Let's keep it muted. Let's see if I play it. All right. So if I play it and mute it, will it come through? Okay, so I'm going to play it and keep the audio down until we get to that point. So as you can see, when I'm playing it, we have some metering options here. We have your input at the bottom, you have your output over here on the right, and then we have some other options which we'll get to shortly. But you have different colors with the metering. As you can see, there's like a solid color, which represents the RMS level, basically the average of the input coming in. And then you might see here where we have the translucent, which represents the peak level. So the solid level, let's see it down there a little bit, represents you see it right there on the low end, definitely. RMS, and then the translucent sort of represents the peak levels. Then the horizontal bands here represent sort of the hotness of the plugin. You also have the visual representation here of the peak levels on these histograms. So yeah, it's a lot. And then on the right side here, we have this white triangle, which you can use to adjust the output level here, which also assists with the clipping on the right. So you have a built-in clipper. This clipper is really high quality. In fact, I would suggest Soundtheory go consider just releasing the clipper as a separate plugin, maybe a separate lower end cheaper plugin, expensive plugin. But drag the bar here on the right. You can drag the red bar here on the right to set the clipper. You can also adjust the ceiling with this white bar here. So a lot of options housed into this plugin. The clipper also adds a second form of peak control and saturation. Last but not least, we have the triangle here in the name. So this is sort of like a hidden, one of those hidden gems. If you click this triangle, you can adjust the color scheme of the plugin. You can adjust the link and the refresh rate and all of that. I'm going to leave all that. But the color scheme, so I can go with amber, borealis, dark. I'm going to see which one I really like. Glacier, light. This is almost sort of like the Gullfoss. You have minimal, vintage, volcano, warm. And as I mentioned, because I have my custom Logic Pro color templates, I like having different color options. So one day I might feel like minimal. One day I might feel like light or amber. This blends well with my Seafoam Ocean Mist, but also we lose the color scheme that I just went over all the colors. So just keep that in mind when you do adjust this. You lose sort of the red and the yellow and the blue. So I might go with minimal, where you keep sort of the same colors. Dark is where we had the red, yellow, blue. So just keep that in mind. I might go with dark only because the colors I just went over before this. But when you change these color schemes, it does change the colors of the metering. So you want to keep that in mind. And just make sure you make note of what the colors mean in your meter. So I'm going to stick with dark only because that is the colors that I went over here at the beginning. All right, so let's get into it. I'm going to just I brought in 3 songs that I've worked on. These are unmastered songs. So this first one is more of a dark pop, not dark pop, maybe, yeah, dark pop style, if you want to call it that. I don't know what you want to call it. But I'm going to bring it in, and then we're going to do some level adjustment.
We've both been here before, scraping our hearts up off the floor. You think we know by now, but we keep coming back for more. Is it all too little? Because it feels too late. Will we ever learn? Why do we always go too far? Will I ever learn to ignore my stupid heart? Can we find our way back? Stepping over the broken pieces.
So you can really get in here, really enhance the levels. I had the level matched. Obviously, if it's perceived as louder, you're gonna think it's better, which is not always the case. But just dialing in some things here. There's a lot in this plugin on this song. There's not a lot happening in the song, but the plugin really helps enhance some of those elements.
Why do we always go too?
It's really bringing out that snare. That snare is like snapping.
Why do we always go too far? Will I ever
Yeah, if you can just listen to the snare. I have it level matched right now, but just listen to the snare when I unbypass.
ignore my stupid heart?
And of course, when I take off the match, the snare just cuts through.
Is it all too little?
All right, that's just one example. Again, these are the unmastered mixes. So I'm using Kraftur, sort of almost not exactly as mastering, but sort of like helping to master. This next one is a hip hop sort of orchestral thing from Young Mill. I'm gonna play a little bit of this and dial in some things with Kraftur.
I do not settle up, nah. Came from the bottom, now I had to level up. Sheesh. Knew it was my time, I iced all the bezels up. Bling, blow, yeah. I grind way too hard, that's why I'm forever up. That's why why we forever up. Sheesh, it took me a minute, but I had to get it, so I'm telling you that I'm back. Yeah.
One thing I didn't mention is that you can solo the bands up here. So if I go to this low, just play it back, and then I can really dial in whatever sound that I want with this band soloed.
Like boom boom, I keep it active, man. Shorty. Like that. Yeah, yeah. My iced all the bezels up. Blink, blow. Yeah. I grind way too hard, that's why I'm forever up. That's why we forever up. Whoa.
Also, instead of using the sliders here, I can click on the actual band and I can adjust, the level there. I can click on these bands, adjust it here in the graph itself. And if I click here, I can go left to adjust the offset and knee, or go right to make it higher. So you can use the graph itself to also adjust these settings. So that was a fun. And then last but not least, I have a another hip hop vibe. Actually, this is more of the country organic pop folk sound from artists that I work with.
Walked your way through fire, covered up in all flame.
Sorry, I had two playing at once, but we'll keep going with the bottom one.
After all the rain, the sun will take away the pain. You deserve it all. The world will tell you you can't be free. Nothing is. Stepping in the light, you deserve it all. And I know winds are in your favor, with the fire burning bright. You deserve it all. The world will tell you.
I bring the clipping all the way down. You see what's happening when I bring the ceiling all the way down here. The white bar represents the ceiling. The red bar represents the clipping. So I can adjust the red bar separately from that.
Stepping in the light.
So you hear a lot of that saturation on the low end there. I can turn that down if I want.
Stepping in the light. You deserve it all. And I know winds are in your favor, with the fire burning bright.
So you can hear a little bit how it's enhancing the sound. Again, I don't have level matching on right now, but I'm going to play it bypassing and unbypassing. And now with level matching, you see it's applying a minus 3 to 4 dB level match.
Made it through the dark, no more worries. And now you're stepping in the light. You deserve it all. And now the winds are in your favor. With the fire burning bright. You deserve it all.
The world will tell you you can't be free. Nothing can stop you. Take it from me.
Just keep on running to the finish line. I know the road's been long and tough.
Yeah, put that pedal to the floor.
I'm not going to play it, even though I played a lot of the song. But yeah, shout out to Soundtheory Soundtheory for Kraftur and Golfos. I do have a review of Golfos, as I mentioned, on my page that you can check out from 2 years ago. I might do an updated review at some point because I still use it on my master channel strip. Just to give you a quick overview, my master channel strip usually starts with Golfos. Let me go to Golfos, and I believe it is my setting that when I load up Golfos, when it pops up. Pause. So I believe these are the settings that I have when I use the Golfos on the master channel strip, but definitely check out my review of that from Soundtheory. And again, when I say they really take their time crafting really great plugins like Golfos, like Kraftur, and they don't release a million plugins a year. They don't, they focus on making something sound right. Again, this is going to be added to my master chain. I really like the transparency of it. Some suggestions I have, obviously, if they can make the clip, just a clip, Clipper itself, a separate plugin, take that out of this overall plugin. But it is great. Also, there's no level. When I play the sounds, I don't get an indicator of how much input. I don't know the level. Of course, I can see here on the graph, but I can guess. And I don't see how much reduction is happening. So there's really no level, no numbers telling me the actual levels here. That would be great. I know that it's already giving me a lot of information, but having that extra little bit would be great, or an option to turn that on or off. But a great plugin. Shout out to Soundtheory. They actually gave me Kraftur and Golfos to giveaway to my audience. I did a giveaway a couple weeks ago. Make sure you are in my Facebook group. Check out the links in the description to join my Facebook group where I did a giveaway and 2 people won those plugins. So also shout out to them for giving me actually, I think I might have bought Golfos. No, you know what? They might have gave it to me. I don't know, but I did get Kraftur from them at no charge to check out. And I don't remember if I bought Golfos or not. I might have bought it or I might have just reviewed it. So I don't remember because that was 2 years ago. But shout out to them. They don't have to make any more plugins. They have 2 great plugins out on the market, 2 powerful plugins. If they do make more, looking forward to what they come out with. But these alone are, to me, game changers. So definitely check them out. And also, thank you for checking out this channel and this video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos like this. I have to do actually some more, hopefully today. But check out the links in the description to find out more about resources that I use, resources that you can use. You can also check out a link to check out the Soundtheory website. All right, that's it. I'm just rambling. Be safe and be well, everyone. All right, peace.